So for me, I think the most kind of traumatic experience in my life was when my father passed away when I was 11 years old. And I think that for me was my first introduction to pain and trauma. Pain, when it comes through trauma, is different. And I searched for many years as a young boy going into my teenage years for that pain relief, and I couldn't find it.
I was brought into gang culture with my local peers who all use various drugs, Class A drugs, Class B drugs, so cocaine, ecstasy, LSD, cannabis, vast amount of alcohol.
I remember one of the older boys who took me under his wing. He asked if I wanted to take some heroin one night, and I said yeah, because I just wanted to make him happy. There was that mutual respect. I looked at him like an older brother, I didn't want to let him down. He was about to inject me with this heroin, and at the time police had kicked the door down and everybody ran away, they dispersed, and I remember just running off and having nowhere to go, so I went back to my grandma's house. The police came and I thought, oh, here we go, I'm going to get arrested. But that wasn't the case. He brought a piece of paper where they tested the potency of the injection they'd found in the house, and he said, but the percentage of that heroin which was about to be injected into my arm would have killed me imminently.
So taking drugs was a way of making the most of my last days, and I didn't actually see me getting through this. I saw this is my last dance, as it were, fueling towards me ending my life.
That was the paradox of a children's home. It was that supposed to keep me safe, yet I was surrounded by danger. Then I found myself homeless, which is, imagine saying that now, 11, 12 years old, you're homeless. You would think it would never happen, but it did. You know, everyone has a moment, don't they? I think they call it that. It's a pinnacle point in life where it's, you go that way and you carry on down that trajectory and you end up dead, or you take this as a big lesson in life and you do something with it. You turn it into you turn that adversity into an advantage.
So for me, the catalyst was one of fear and desperation of not wanting to suffer so much as I was. I had the opportunity to go along and meet with a drug counselling agency, actually to receive help, because I wanted help. I didn't want to start using drugs again because I'd had enough of the torturous experiences and the psychological distress. Steve, the manager of the agency, basically said, would you like to work with us? You know, we can train you up, you can work in this agency. So I found suddenly a moment that I could redefine my experiences.
A bad workman blames his tools for doing a bad job. Your tools is your past. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't get where you're going with this. And she went, well, you need to go back into the system and help with people like you. Wow, man, that was it. That was a powerful moment.
For me, I was actually very fortunate. You know, when I was in hospital in those turbulent and traumatic times, I had my family that never turned their back on me, that would visit me. My sisters, my dad would visit me every day after work. My mum, even though she struggled, had come to visit me. I had friends that I thought would have rejected me come and see me, and I was so grateful.
I started to make comparisons about my own experience and what I was experiencing in my new career. The first book is Damaged, which is a memoir of my life, and then the second one is The State of It. But yeah, the book changed my life completely because it gave, I'd gone from there to there, where I was doing TV interviews, radio interviews, traveling the country, speaking at conferences. So that's been the catalyst of the work as well, using my own personal experience as an example of what is possible.
So life after a recovery, what does that look like? Well, first of all, for me, it's understanding that recovery is not a finite destination. Recovery is something that I've learned is something that I'll be managing my entire life. And when we ask our service users as well, what does recovery mean to them? It's rarely medical treatment or therapy. It's home, job, family, all the things that most people take for granted. And that's what recovery is for me.